So you met someone in damn, she's saying you not to risk it. No, they don't.
again, please.
그럼 안녕.